Thank you.
Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and select one of your members' profiles. I'm going to use one of these 7 basic members. I'm just going to select one of the members from the profile list, which brings me into their profile. Use our actions dropdown and select assume profile. So we are now assuming Anne's profile. We may be missing, oh, we're pretty good. So I'm going to show you this hello, my name is name tag. I'm going to show you, I've got a couple ideas why the data merge fields aren't showing up here. The first is kind of wondering about profile owner attribute security and if that was completed. If profile owner attribute security, it wasn't. Okay. So that's why this isn't showing up.
That's some unanswered questions. So.
Gotcha. We can go look at that. Okay. Gotcha. So this, anytime you're not seeing what you want to be seeing, when it comes to fields from profiles, this could be emails, it could be something as simple as this hello, my name is. Honestly, any kind of hurdle that you run into in the system is typically pulling from profile owner attribute security or attribute security, one of the two.
Okay.
I am also going to go ahead and point out, we have, this is a sample member landing page. Verbiage here, this is an article called member landing page that you'll also need to complete. It could be as simple as welcome to your member landing page, or you may want to put some more details in here depending on what you might want to showcase in the social community. Okay. From here, I'm going to go to the My Profile tab. And this brings us into the individual's profile. And same scenario, Anne, as of today, cannot edit any of the fields within her profile. She can't even see any of the fields within her profile. Typically, you would see her profile info down here at the bottom. That's just because the profile owner attribute security needs to be completed. So as you're completing those items in the profile owner attribute security, I don't think you guys are going to have a problem. I have some associations that feel a little confused, like what exactly am I allowing permissions to do? That's where using this assume profile is really beneficial. In addition to that, if you guys have any content that needs to be maybe hidden behind a sign-in for some of your member types, same scenario, I would also assume a member's profile just so you can kind of see what they're seeing. Whenever you're assuming somebody's profile, there's always going to be a black box that appears down in the bottom right-hand corner. Go ahead and select return to your admin session. If you try to use your back arrow, the system gets confused because it's like, wait, are you an admin? Are you Anne? What am I supposed to do? And then it'll lock you, or not lock you out, but it'll shove you out of the system and you'll have to re-sign in, which is not a big deal, but it's just a little bit annoying. So if you use this black box down here, return to your admin session, that won't happen. Okay. What other questions do you guys have that I can answer for you?
Nothing there. So one of the things, like the web address, maybe this is not on topic, or COE at memberclicks.net. Is that always going to be memberclicks.net, or will that reflect our actual web page?
That's going to reflect your actual web page. So after our call today, I'm going to submit a ticket to receive name servers. Do you guys know who your domain host is?
Velo, is that GoDaddy?
The domain is in GoDaddy, so we have to check the details there. But let us know what we need to add, like the DNS details, and we can redirect it from there.
Yeah, absolutely. GoDaddy is really, really easy to work with. So I'm going to send you name servers. Name servers just tell your domain what it's reading, basically. So you'll provide these new name servers that I'm giving you to GoDaddy. You can either call them and tell them to do it for you, or you can Google how to change my name servers in GoDaddy, and you'll find tons of resources out there. And so once you place those name servers that we provide for you in that spot, it can take anywhere from 24 to 48 hours for your site to propagate So meaning that your existing site will remain up and live until we make this transition. Just to confirm, what domain name would you like to use?
It's going to be, and it sounds funny. It's Cynefin.io, but it's CYNEFIN.
Yeah, but for the membership platform case, I think shouldn't we have like a separate subdomain or?
I don't think I'm the person to make that decision.
Okay, yeah. Let's discuss it with that.
Do you want to maybe check and then let me know what the domain will be?
Yeah. I'll send you an email today.
Cool. Awesome. And like, we're not going to really need to make this change until you guys are ready to live. So this is all the timing is just up to you guys. It can take my team about, honestly, I'd say give them about 72 hours to make your name servers for you. I usually get them same day, but just to be safe, I'd say give them about 72 hours. So from the time that you give me your domain, I can submit the ticket, about 72 hours to receive the name servers. And then you'll give those name servers to your domain host. And at that time, as I mentioned previously, 24 to 48 hours for the site to propagate. And that will technically make the site live. At that point, just kind of on the same topic of launching, we'll be ready to send out a welcome email. And typically the last and third step would be turning on the renewal notifications for your members. That doesn't mean that they'll go out that day or that in that moment. It just means that they would go out whenever you have the renewal notifications set up for them to go out, which we can talk more about if we need to. But since we don't have any pricing in for those member types, we wouldn't want to do that today. That's either a step I can show you how to do later on yourself, or if we're going to wait for finalized dues structure before we leave one another, before we kind of complete the onboarding process, we can do that as well, and make sure once we have the pricing in that we turn those on. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Is the due structure something that you guys are working on? Is it like months away or is it like weeks away?
Oh no, that's going to be figured out this week.
Okay.
Yeah, that's, I mean, from what I understand, I've got to complete this attribute security piece and finalize the forms and invoices. And then the menu structure, like the like that checklist.
Anything on the front end.
Yeah, and then that's what I understand that all that we need to do to get going. Oh, yeah, and revenue accounts. Yeah,
I do have this go live checklist to kind of help you out, and I'm going to throw in a couple of things to give a little extra special attention to. But basically, I'm going to send you this go live checklist, and this is going to review some of the items, like void any test invoices. We just created a test invoice together. I think it's just awesome practice for you guys to go in, take a look at it, and then you can void it when you're done looking at it. I want to leave it open for you guys so you can kind of explore what an open invoice will look like and some of the different options that you'll have. So go ahead, and I would suggest going in there and untagging that. Create invoice templates. You're already working on that piece. It might just say, this might just be a review, the invoice templates, or continue to build those out. We've got the revenue accounts. Finish up those forms. If you test any of your forms using an incognito window, which we discussed previously, then go ahead and delete those test form submissions. One thing that I want to mention on this step is if you submit a form that you're testing, you can no longer make edits to the form. So make sure when you're testing the form that it looks 100% ready to go before you actually complete it and submit it. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Cool. Add links to forms as menu items, and what this is really doing is saying, hey, just make sure the front end of your website's complete, including linking any of the forms. Attribute security and profile owner attribute security, checking back through your renewal notifications. Each of these is either going to give you a resource to help you along the way or give you some type of direction to get there. Don't worry about this, set any lapsed or grace members back to active. all of your members are currently active. And then the last steps, point domain to MemberClick site and then send out the welcome email. We've got some verbiage for you down here at the very bottom just to help you get started on this email. This is something that we'll be able to set up and send out together. I like to send it out with you guys on a phone call. You guys are more than capable to send it out on your own, so you don't necessarily need me. But this is going to be the very last step. So once the site's live.
Cool. Okay.
So I got this great little checklist to kind of help you go along. If you feel like something's done on this list already, I would still recommend to go back in there and just look over it once again. So I'll send this after our call today. Other than that, from the social community training, our next call is just going to be a go live checklist call. So we're going to review this list from top to bottom. I'm going to make sure everything is done, make sure that if there's anywhere that I might be able to offer some advice as we're going through, or I might be able to provide a best practice or a trick for, then I'll do that. Really, this is just more so making sure every loose end has been tied up. And then typically on that go live call, we'll also send out the welcome email. You guys may want to do that later on if you need to. And we can have one more call after that go live checklist call if we need to, but at that point, we'll really be ready to launch your account.
Cool. Sounds good.
Awesome. All right. So I know you guys have some items on your end. Do you want to set up a touch base, or do you want to set up that go live checklist call today, or do you want to play it by ear? What are your thoughts?
I think we're gonna have to play it by ear.
Yeah. No worries. I will be out of the office on the, what is today? I can't believe it's about to be August. I will be out of the office on the 10th and the 13th. Other than that, I'm, totally open to whatever you guys need. So just let me know when you're ready to schedule that go live checklist call. And I'll be keeping my eye out for your domain, revenue accounts, due structure. If you want to send those items to me, I can put them in place for you. The domain, of course, will be what allows me to create the ticket for your name servers.
Cool. All right. Great.
All right. That's all I have for you guys this morning. Any additional questions I can answer for y'all?
No.
Okay.
No, I mean, I don't know how close you stick to the Moolah account representative. I think it's Lauren. I'm still trying to get that submitted. I've submitted it a second time, I guess, because our CEO received the application and he didn't act on it. There was no other follow-up, even though, I don't know, I guess, so it got stuck. So then I resubmitted it. So I'm just waiting to hear next steps again.
Got it. And that's really good feedback. So maybe having a couple of check-ins would have been beneficial.
Yeah.
Cool. I'll give her that feedback. We're going through kind of a transitional stage with Moolah as far as trying to be a little bit of a warmer handoff and also have some more check-ins. So that's really good feedback, good fire to add, or good wood, I guess, to add to my fire. So we can kind of mention that. And I'll just make sure I'll see if she can touch base with you guys today to let you know if she's missing anything.
Cool. Yeah. I emailed this morning, but I just thought it would be good for you guys to know. It's just sometimes it's like a few days in between communication, or there's like no follow-up. So.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah, that's really good for us to know. Thank you. And I'll definitely mention that to my director as well. So maybe she can throw some action items on it too. Cool. Yeah, I'll make sure she follows up with you today, because we definitely need to have Moolah in place before we go live as well.
Yeah.
And awesome. Yeah, let me know if you have any questions. I'll be, of course, keeping my eye on my email. I can definitely answer any questions for you via email if I need to, or if you feel like as you're going through that checklist, you're just getting kind of or maybe when you talk with your board or your team, if you find yourself, you have a list of questions, just let me know. We can throw a 30-minute call on our calendar. Sometimes it's easier to work through those questions via phone call than try to get through them on email. Other than that, that's all I got for you. All right, guys?
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I'll send my follow-up email to you in just a moment. Thank you. We'll talk to you soon. Have a good one. Bye.
Bye.
You as well. Bye.